guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Michelle and we are a bunch of Americans that live here in the UK. I had already hopped in the car when I thought this would be a great time to show you what a day is like in England as far as a day out. So we're in the car and I have the address that I want to go to plugged into my GPS. The first thing I want you to take note is this is the miles we're going to go is 25. This is going to be a 48-minute trip. Now, this will more than likely change. It will probably go up depending on traffic and things. We probably actually go up to about an hour for travel time. So that right there is definitely different compared to the U.S. Because if you've ever lived in America, you know that usually to get in the car and to go 25 miles is going to take you about 25 minutes. And that's just the difference between America and the UK having a lot of interstates, highways, and I know we definitely have mountains and country roads where those, rules don't apply. But for the most part, and I've traveled from one end of the UK to the other side of the UK, they do definitely have what they call motorways, which are highways or interstates, and those do help save time. But most of the time, somewhere or another, you're going to go through these country roads, these small towns, and it's just going to slow your travel time down. Alright guys, so I wanted to stop here and kind of show you what's behind me. This is called the Swan. We have stopped here before. There is a cute little restaurant in here. I'm not sure if it's an actual, I think it is a hotel or like a bed and breakfast. We had to stop here and use the restroom one time. But this is what you're typically going to find in England if you're just out traveling around for places to eat, for places to stop, stretch your legs, for places to use the restroom. And this is not what you typically would find in America, is little places like this to stop. Also in the UK, on your drive, even though it takes a longer time, there's these beautiful places like farm shops. That is a great place to stop and also get lunch, stretch your legs. And in America, we don't have a lot of those. It is common that you would see maybe a country store, but not the true farmhouses. Alright guys, so we've stopped again. So I wanted to kind of show you the roads that you're usually going to deal with here in the UK. So a lot of them don't have the lines that separate in America. Of course, their highways and stuff do still have the lines, but a lot of the country roads, this is what you deal with. Not really big enough for two cars to fit on, so you have to go really slow. But isn't it beautiful? I mean, you gotta love England's countryside. So as we're out driving around, I think somebody's playing the flute. And there's these cute little soaps that you can stop and just buy here on the side of the street.
One major difference from the UK and America would be the bathrooms. So basically, like in London, you could go to like a corner shop and you would have to buy like a Coke or something just to get the receipt through. But within America, it's more easier to access. You just can easily go into a McDonald's and just go use their bathroom, which is a little bit more access. There's more bathrooms available. In the UK, you need to plan a little bit differently than in America. In America, you can hop in your car and you can just go. And with a few items, you know that pretty much you're going to have an okay trip. To whereas in the UK, you need to plan out where there's going to be bathrooms, how often you need to stop. Us in the UK, we've learned we pack snacks, we pack water to go with us because that's not always at hand like in America. It's just more accessible. Now, when you go to bigger cities like Michaela mentioned, like London and stuff, it is there, it is easier, but usually we're not day outing in London. We have done that a lot of times, but most of these are like your castle trips, going to the ruins, and those are not going to have bathrooms just on every corner. I know like now we're at this castle. They do of course have a bathroom up closer to it, but if you're out exploring and you go for a walk after that, you're going to run into situations where you might not have everything you would in America as easily accessible. Okay guys, let's talk about this sign for a minute. A car park. A car park is always a sign you're going to look for in the UK. In America, that would not be something you usually have to look for because there's usually parking everywhere. But in the UK, it is typical. You're going to have to look for these signs. You're going to have to know where to park and always keep spare change because they do cost to park. Sometimes you can use your debit card, but not always. For like sometimes you can get it for like parking for like 2 hours for free.
Free, yes, and but that's usually at a grocery store, yeah. Not usually if it's a day out event.
Well, sometimes it is. It's rare, but sometimes you can find parking lots at least for 60p.
Yes.
It's the cheapest part.
Right, but you always have to usually pay, and you have to find a car park. Yeah. And in America, that's not something we usually do.
That's true.
See, when you're American, you just want a picture everywhere because it's so beautiful.
That'd be cute. I like that.
I do too. But you don't want the road closed in your picture.
If the road's closed with no cars, we could go underneath it and take pictures.
Okay guys, so I just spoke to this sweet little British lady that was on the side of the street, and she was telling me which way we need to go for the castle. But right there is another comparison, because I love to talk and I think everybody needs to be my best friend. But they're just so welcoming that she's just sit here and explain for 10 minutes about it looks like there might be a pond this way for the kids to jump in. The castle is this way, and she's told me a little bit about this whole little city or town. So I think that's just really nice, how friendly they are. Okay guys, we've made it. And this is the difference between a day out. Your kids just run and have fun. I love it. Yeah, let's just go explore that. Wait, buddy. We have to go down a safe path, and that's not it.
Oh, that's just on explore.
Hold hands, guys. Careful.
Something up.
Careful.
So this is the first curtain wall, which is what we learned in language arts. I think it's like the border, like the protector of the castle, I believe. Before it's like they blow that up first if they want it to come in.
This is the part that I love as an American living in the UK. Our days out are my
And
son
this was just free.
climbing over castle walls.
And this was just free to come out and look at different things.
Yeah, this was just free.
So it says it's 2 stories rather than a castle. So it's more of a tower. So there's only 2 stories here.
This time we're going to the water place. So there's like a little river. Oh, we're going to that place and
Gonna check it out? Okay, let's do that.
So we just left the Castle Arce, and now we're gonna go and see if we can find the river that the lady told us about.
Christian needs to explore this telephone booth. Whoop!
The door is kind of heavy. I kind of want to do a TikTok right here inside the phone booth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the spiders.
Let's see which one.
It actually still has a real telephone in there.
Yeah.
This one works. Okay guys, so again, you can kind of see the road behind me that we're traveling on now. This is actually made for cars. So that's when a lot of people say, oh, it takes longer, or it's, you know, shorter miles, but it takes longer than in America, because some of the roads, a lot of the roads in the area I live in, a 2-way road, but you have to pull over, you have to wait on people.
Come on down the road, and here we have found behind me another castle ruin. It's cute though.
Another beautiful thing about the UK is there's always people walking and riding their bikes. I absolutely love that on days out. Hey guys, we found the river, and there is a swing out here. I'm in love. Yes.
That's so fun.
I can't get up.
Christian, is it cold?
Yeah. Cold. It's cold.
Is it warm? Is it cold?
Yeah. It's a little cold.
That's a lot of fun, huh? Alright guys, so that's going to be the end of this vlog. I did just want to kind of compare a day out in the UK versus the US. I hope you liked this video. I did want to show you just a little bit of England and just the difference that you would do. I know in the US you're more going to go to a theme park, a water park, something extravagant. But in the UK it's just nice. You get out and you explore castle ruins or a true castle. And people are just walking and riding bikes, and I really enjoy both parts, the US and the UK's day out.